Jazz music, the importance. Jazz is America's music, so for that reason alone, it's very, very important. It was made here in America, and it's our living art form, and it's something that we need to, as listeners, support it. As players, be continually evolving and just being part of it and seeing where it all takes us. So it's, for me, I'm just kind of improvising, and I like it. I think it's nice to interact with the young players. Maybe if I did it next time, if I sat down and played a little more for them, maybe that might be good too. Because at the very end, someone actually said, well, if you reharmed it, what would you do? And so it put me on the spot, which is a good thing. I like being put on the spot so that I can say, okay, here's what I do. And so I think that got a reaction that, oh, I see. So it was like rather than talking about it, I could demonstrate it. Oh, that's a big word. And that's the key to jazz. What separates jazz from easy listening, from rock and roll, from rap, from hip hop, from classical? What makes jazz jazz? Well, that's what it is, improvisation. The focus. So classical music's, everything's about the composer, which I have learned recently a lot more as I've gotten into classical music. It's all about the composer. Well, jazz is the total opposite. It's the player. So that means the player has to develop a good sound, a good vocabulary as an improviser. And that's just a lot of listening and a lot of playing and a lot of experience. But improvisation is the key, one of the most important elements. And of course, that's where I have problems with my young players, especially in high school. They're pretty good at note readers. They can play the melody. But when it comes to soloing, they're classically trained, yeah. They're very shy about improvising. As I try to get the classical kids to improvise, and I try to get the jazz kids to be better sight readers. So that's kind of our mission, is to put the two together. Especially in academia, I do notice that music's stratified quite a bit, where, okay, here's your classical, here's your concert band, here's your just jazz stage band, here's your symphony orchestra, it's all, and so the classical's kind of over here, jazz over here, and when you, especially if you have a career in Los Angeles as a studio musician, you have to do it all.